Hello, hello. It looks like I am live. And currently, I'm here live on YouTube, in Facebook, and Instagram. So it's actually the page on my Facebook. So I just set up my Instagram. So I'm live all over the place. And so it's been a busy week for me. It's been like a busy time. And so normally I have the live 2 hours earlier. That is the normal time. We'll get this together. We will definitely get this together, up and coming. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you come on board. I figured there's just going to be questions and answers today. I do have some things to share with you, but I really just wanted to connect with you guys today, even though it's been like busy times, right? But I love hearing from you. So feel free to ask the questions you want, where you're feeling stuck, and so forth. So before the questions come, I will announce this that I do have a masterclass coming up, a mastermind. It's my next level 4-day mastermind, which takes place Monday through Thursday of next week. And this is for you if you're ready to start your business or you have started your business and you want to take it somewhere, right? You want to elevate it. You want to make consistent income. If you're anything like I am, financial freedom, right? It is always the goal. This is my experience with my team. We love being at home and doing what we love to do. And it's always been my mission, part of my mission, to assist all of you who are ready to embark on that journey, really because of the struggles that I went through with it. So if this resonates with you, let me know. Put it there in the comments that you felt called to be of service, to do something, to help others. And it felt scary, right? It was a scary, confusing thing. The tech work, all the information out there, everything just feels super confusing. And so for myself, when I got started, I certainly wasn't ready at all. And I wanted to give up. I actually gave up a few times because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And the universe just really doesn't equip you with things. The universe just kind of says, you're ready for it, and that's about it. And so then it was a struggle. It was an emotional struggle, lots of emotional turmoil, lots of crying, lots of trying to figure out how to get more clients and consistent income and all this kind of stuff. And so that's where it's in my heart, and that is to help you take off with that, so you don't have to struggle. You don't have to wait 2 years like I did. Actually, within the first year, I had one client the whole year. And then the next year, I doubled that. And it really was slow up and coming, but it doesn't have to be that way for you. And so I did put the link down below in the description for the masterclass, which is taking place next week. Mastermind. We're going to go for 4 days. Okay. So I really look forward to seeing you there. If this is you and you're like, I'm ready to embark on my mission, I don't know what to do, I don't want to waste time, I'm done working for others and at 9 to 5, getting up every weekday and hustling through traffic and showing up for a job I can't stand. If that's you, I had liked the job. It was just never really a part of me. It never fully resonated with me. And then just like I got along with coworkers and stuff like that. I would have to say, like, I was one of those that I wasn't annoyed. They were annoying, but I wasn't annoyed because I was able to separate myself from them and say, you know what, this is their trauma. This is not my trauma, and things like that. But it did feel hard to work with people who are in that space, who will show up in their trauma, who were just pretty sneaky. And in anything, if you work with others who are like this, you know what I'm talking about. I do not have to go further into it, but I know that was not my world. And showing up, having to be a certain way from 9 to 5 or whatever hours you're doing, it's like constantly being happy, being out there because you got to present to people all day long was extremely exhausting. You had to present to your coworker, be a presenter to your coworkers, be a presenter to the people you serve and all that you help the customers and stuff like that. And that was not really truly aligned. And so this was me. Perhaps this is you, and you want to get out of there maybe since yesterday. Either you started or you haven't started and you're like, how on earth is this going to happen? We're here for you. We're definitely here for you. So again, that is next week for the mastermind. And if you're catching this episode in the future, I do plan to have this more often, so the link will be updated for the next up and coming. But if you're truly ready, this is the mastermind for you, and I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, so what is it about mission? Since I don't see any questions here, let's talk about a little bit of the boring stuff, right? I know some people are like, let's talk about twin flames, right? So it's not all twin flame, even though I'm open to the question, feel free to ask, okay? But it's a lot about coming to you, coming to who you really are and connecting with the person that you are and ascending, right? It's healing the parts of yourself that isn't you. And here's a misconception about living your purpose, like doing that purpose, your mission, whatever you want to call it. You know, there's this idea that I'm not healed. How can I help others if I'm not healed? And who's going to listen to me? I don't know if I can be seen in front of cameras and all this kind of stuff. And seeing clients, like having to be there for them like that sometimes sounds exhausting and all this kind of stuff. Here, I'll clarify some things for you that I hope can help you. And that is, you are more than ready. Okay. If you feel like you're not ready, you are more than ready. It's the ego that says, I'm not ready for this. I can't do this. I need some more healing, or I need X, Y, and Z to happen. All right. That's the ego. If you feel this calling, you feel guided and pushed. I'm trying to move to the middle of my screen. You're more than ready. Okay. And what happens when you are serving others, you're really diving into your purpose, is that you're a teacher for whoever you're serving, and they're teaching you. Okay, they're teaching you. It's togetherness. It's that whole oneness. So forget this idea that I'm not ready for it. They're part of your healing. The people you are serving are a part of your healing journey. And you're going to see yourself through them, which is amazing. It's like I could be going through something and then I have a session and I'm like, really, universe? Almost every single session, like, for real? And then it got to the point where I was like, you know what am I going to discover today? So it's like every time before you get on a call, if this is what your journey is to connect with people, it's like, what am I going to learn today? What is the universe showing me? What is God showing me? How are we connecting more today in this I want to call it the oneness of the collective and stuff like that. How are we connecting? How is this healing happening? And a lot of things I've learned about twin flames was through the sessions too. And stuff like that was through that channeling and the messaging coming through. So when you think and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know. You don't have to know. That is the thing. I know you might be like, really, Yasheen? I don't have to know. But that is the thing about this journey, is that you don't have to know or try to know, but allow the information to come to you. Allow your feelings and your intuition and your fears, your triggers, all of this kind of stuff to take you on that journey of self-discovery. Now, it's like the mind is trying to figure out. The mind is like, I need to know. Put that mind to rest, okay? Put that mind to rest for a moment. You still need your mind. Put it to rest for a moment and understand that it's a journey. It's a journey. Okay. And you really can get through this. I know imposter syndrome is really, really tough. It can be a really hard thing to get through. So, what I'm going to do, I don't normally work Fridays. This is me, this is my life, right? No Mondays, no Fridays. I've always hated them. Mondays never resonate with my soul, and I just hated Fridays. And so, being a business owner, you make up your hours, your days. You want to work every other week in your company, you can do that. You can decide what you want to do and go according to your feelings and stuff, right? And still show up for things in your life. You don't have to ask for anyone's permission or anything like that. And so I normally don't work Fridays, but I'm considering doing a presentation, but it's inside of my business group it's my Facebook group for business owners, which I will put the link below, to combat imposter syndrome. Because I'm realizing it's causing a lot of people to feel stuck, to feel like unable to move forward with your life's purpose, your life calling, and stuff like that. Is that feeling of who's going to listen to me, or what if I'm wrong, or what if my family sees me? I don't know, whatever it is. So I plan to discuss that, and there'll be a post about it, and you can certainly hop on. Maybe I'll have a video on it too, to so that you can join in and get stuff done. Okay, your calling it's calling you. It's calling you. It's not gonna stop calling you. It's gonna keep coming up time and time and time again. Do you want to start now, or do you want it later? Do you want more freedom now, or continue to wait till later to experience freedom? Do you want to keep showing up at the job now, or continue to wait and keep showing up at that job another 6 months down the line? You're still there. It's up to you. Okay. All right. So I do see a question here. Currently back in an obsession cycle after thinking I was further along. DM is dating and flirting, but wants me as an orbiter. Is this because of my own fear? I'm struggling. Wow, I love this. Thank you for putting that question there. We do not hear, at least I don't come across a lot of questions like this. So this is really good because it helps whoever is going through it. Okay, so I appreciate you asking this. 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐪. I may be saying it wrong. All right, so back in the obsession cycle. So what it sounds like that's happening is something's coming up to be released. So when you enter that obsession cycle again, something's coming up for releasing and processing. And one of the things that we do, because this community teaches that, is to ignore it. You shouldn't think that way. It shouldn't be there. You shouldn't, all this shouldn't, right? But yet it's a part of you. It's happening. Something's happening. The obsession is happening. And so begin to really look at it, and what is it showing you, and get to the root of it. This is what I assist you with doing, is getting to the root of that obsession, because it feels like it's that current situation. That's what it feels like. It feels like that's what it is. But what's really is happening is something that you learned early on that's coming up to be processed and released. And so even that DM is dating and flirting and wants you as an orbiter. Has this been something that happened to you previously? Okay, is this a pattern that has shown up before? So really looking at that, a lot of this is internal. It feels like it's that person on the outside, but it's internal that's going on. And yes, your own fear, you're right, your fear. That when it feels like you're struggling with your fears is because you're trying to fight them. Okay, if you try to fight your fears, it's gonna say, here I am, I'm still here. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. That whole misconception of ignoring your fear, I'm not for it. I have found that it leaves people stuck. A year into healing or something, someone is still in a particular pattern because they haven't processed that fear and the pain and whatever it's telling you, because that pain that comes with the fear has a message for you. a message about healing. So when you ignore it, you're like, I shouldn't feel this way. I don't want to manifest this. So let me not think about it. You miss out the opportunity to discover what is showing you. Okay? Because it is. Our pain, our fear is a big part of ourselves. It's not, yes, it's more from ego. I want to say that. And it is separate from us. And if you want to believe, don't look at it, just view it as a thought and move it away. Sure. But I find that going to the root of it, really helping it out, looking at it, helps to dissolve it and it goes away. And you don't have that issue, that doesn't come up again. Or actually it does, I want to say transmutes. Okay, it does get transmuted, so you feel it less and less and less and less until you're not feeling it. I feel like there's another word for that, where you feel it less and less. Okay. Oh, I thought this was on quiet. All right, so I put that there, letting her know I am live. And so thank you, High Vibe Freak. You know, I gotta get you up here. I have to get you up here. Most likely I will not be going live next week because I have the mastermind, but there is a point I gotta get you up here and have you as a guest, and stuff like that. And certainly this is what's coming to me. Share anything that you feel called to share and stuff like that. You do have, I have to admit, you have messages, okay? And perhaps you're meant for this. Lots of you are meant for this. And you're hiding away from it. You're shying, or maybe you're not shying. You're just waiting for some kind of opportunity. Don't wait. Don't wait. The opportunity is now. All right. And so of a little brother, something like that. Hopefully I said some part of this right. Certainly the little, and the brother, a little brother. Okay. Oh, don't know what the R is, a little brother. Okay, this is a nice, unique title here, that you have for yourself. And do you eventually wind up with your twin flame in another lifetime once you learn your spiritual assignment this lifetime? The answer is in you. Okay. Are you meant to be with your twin this lifetime, next lifetime? The answer is in you. And what I recommend doing, some of you don't even have to do this like me. here's my hand. The information came to me over and over and over again about the connection. So if you're getting that information right now that your twin's the one, this is a person for you, your life is going to change, all this kind of stuff, you've got to believe. Okay. And I know that's one of the hardest things to do. You've got to believe. And usually, if you're aware of the connection, you're seeking answers and so forth, it's meant for this lifetime. Okay. Twins do get together. I have seen somewhere, and then there's this belief maybe twins don't get together and all this kind of stuff out there. They're only here to wake you up and all this kind of stuff. There are lots of twins that are together. Lots of twins that are together. Okay. And so this is a possibility for you as well. Okay. All of you. All of you. All right. And certainly myself too. It's there for you when your intuition has let you know. Okay. And this is one of the reasons I do the work that I do, is because of my belief in the intuition. And it wasn't something that I had growing up. I didn't trust myself. I made all kinds of mistakes, ignoring my gut feelings and all of this kind of stuff. And where was I going with that? But I had to learn how to actually trust it and listen to the intuition and allow it to be a compass to know what it is. What is the intuition? How do you differentiate it with ego? And so on. How to be in soul. To me, being in soul is just another word for well, being aligned with yourself, having in-body experience rather than being outside of your body, scoping the area, trying to people please and figure out what people's feelings are. You're really coming back within, okay, which is super powerful. That's your superpower right there. Okay, so if you feel the answer for you is yes, the answer is yes. All right, and Hi Vibe Freak said there is definitely a learning curve to following your intuition. Yes, there is. You're absolutely correct. And that is because you're going to be surprised for this. Okay. The reason it's because as you're growing up, what happens when you're growing up? You got parents, right? Parents, caretakers, teachers telling you what to do. Everyone is telling you to be outside of yourself and you need to listen to them and follow the rules and don't eat candy before dinner or whatever the case is. A lot of it is out of care and love for you, but it takes you away from your intuition. Because when you're younger, you're like, I want to do this. And then someone says, nope, not a good idea. That's not good. Don't do that. And it just creates that. And it's not, a lot of it is not intentional. I want to say it really isn't intentional, even if you had like a parent who wasn't really there for you and who I want to say, I'm not promoting abusive in some kind of way. It's because they were following what they knew, whatever system they knew, whatever they learned and had developed and that kind of stuff. And it took you away from yourself. And it caused you to learn things, limiting beliefs and patterns that are not yours. And so to come back to yourself and really trust your intuition, like you said, Hi Vibe Freak, is a learning curve. It's a real thing. It's a learning curve. If you're ever like, why can't I trust myself? It's because you got to practice it. You actually have to practice and learn how to be one with your intuition, with the universe, with God, however you want to look at it, and to stop running from yourself. Because the intuition will talk to you and you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. All these I don't knows, especially going into your mission. Like I was saying earlier, you're getting this gut feeling like you need to do something and you're like, I don't know if I can. So all a learning curve. It really is a learning curve. And then everyone started off somewhere. Everyone started off somewhere and had, even the most successful people in all areas learn to really trust themselves in their intuition. All right. So, any other question? I don't see one. Lots of twin flame topics. So, if there aren't any more questions, I may just end this. Oh, okay. We got a question. Love it. All right. Parents exactly, or a statement. I try not to pass any trauma on to my kids. Yeah. My view is my kids aren't mine, but they're my responsibility. I give them the tools they need to navigate this world and be themselves. I love it. Okay. Love it. Oh, you're welcome, 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐩𝐚𝐫 Soul. I love that. You mentioned that about the kids. The, the trauma ends with you. That generational trauma ends with you. When you are healing, this is what happens. And I'm not telling anyone how to parent, but you have that awareness. You're seeking healing. You've come to understand the importance of it. It's a gift that you're doing for your kids. Okay. So that they do not have to go, they will go through their experiences. I do believe people do. But what you're teaching will benefit so much. Like be expressive about themselves, communicate their emotions, their feelings, and all this kind of stuff. Is going to be a gift. Is a gift. So they don't find themselves with someone who walks all over their feelings, all over their ideas, and all this kind of stuff, because that's the pattern they've been used to. So that's not you. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. With your healing, you're like you mentioned, giving them the tools that will help them. Absolutely. Okay. So wonderful. All right. So anything else? I'm not seeing any more comments. All right. So I am. Oh, okay. Here we go. Love it. My daughter lucid dreams all the time, but she doesn't feel comfortable astral projecting. She comes out of her body and look around, but then she's like, nah. But my son likes it. All right, you have some awakened kids there. And stuff like that. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to leave. Oh, no. I'm here for the comments. If there aren't any, then I will leave. So yes, nope, absolutely. Feel free to open up. I love that. So this newer generation, I feel newer generation, the younger folks, I feel are entering that alignment and enlightenment era. And but some of our generation or previous generations have been there too. I know some people had been awakened since they were small. They know about spirits and readings and intuition, all this kind of stuff. But I do feel like there's more and more of it because this is what's happening. The planet is awakening. And this is my opinion, is to help them feel comfortable through their experiences in the best way that you can. I've heard from some people when they were younger, they were told to shut down all of that, and that's actually what they're experiencing. So how do you shut down something someone's experiencing, right? But to be like a support in your way for these up and coming little ones. Okay. I just didn't want them to have any unnecessary fear of sweat. That's exactly what I was trying to say. So thank you for those words. Absolutely no unnecessary fear around it, because what they're experiencing is real to them. Okay, it's a real experience, and like you mentioned, you're using your gifts of helping them. So I grew up in a Christian household, and I was told to shut all that down right here. Was told that, yeah. And it was refreshing to wake up and say, you know what, I no longer have to do that. And to really just embrace the oneness of all and stuff like that. I don't like being in a religion, in the confinement of religion, but I love what every religion has and their aspects and what they contribute to the spiritual world. And that's one of the reasons I enjoy spirituality a lot. All right, so thank you for sharing that. All right. So I'm not seeing anymore. I will keep putting out contents. Lately, I'm putting out a lot of truths that are really happening. I'm breaking down some of the myths in the community. If you saw the video that I did about just listening to yourself, I'm going to do one on dating too. Dating to date someone else or not to date someone else. There's a lot of information around there that will get people give their opinion. I'm like, don't go by opinions. Go by your soul. Okay. Like really go by your soul and what you're feeling inside and what it's guiding you to do. The mind likes to pick and choose information from outside. And I say, come back within. Okay. So we're going to be doing a lot of coming back within. And I told my kids I was going to find them in the astral plane and eat them. Oh my goodness, I love that. So funny. Thanks for sharing that. All right, so I am going to end this. Thank you so much for participating and showing up. It's a little bit quieter tonight, which is okay. It's okay. And so again, I may not be live next week, but the week after that. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Oh, wait, question. Sorry. How do I know if it's my soul or addiction for my twin? Okay, I am glad you're asking question. That was the point of this. Oh, my connection. It looks like my connection's a little bit low. I hope you guys are able to see me and hear me okay. And so I'll answer this one question and then I'll jump off. So if it's a soul or addiction for my twin, this is a soul question. This is a soul and intuition question. We did mention earlier, trusting your intuition is a work in progress. Okay. And so you connect with yourself and you ask that question, is it a soul or an addiction? Okay. And you will find your answers there. All right. And if you're here and you're gathering twin flame information, I would say it's your soul. It's your soul, because if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's an addiction too. It's a combination of both, but this journey will pull out any addictive behavior that you've had before, that was not brought on by your twin. You had this before, and start to look at it and break down that pattern. Okay. So also your email that you were going live never came tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a busy time. That's true. That's true. I didn't get to send out that email. I didn't want to bombard you guys with email. I have another email to send out later. But yes, thank you for reminding me about that. That is true. That is true. So definitely next time that will be there. All right. And okay, so thanks again. I will catch you guys next time. And again, this is coming up. I will go live in that Facebook group for business owners to help you combat the imposter syndrome and really help you move forward if you feel you have a calling to assist others. And then there's my mastermind next week. I'll have all those links down below. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.